Radio Underground, episode 28.
Yes, 28.
I almost forgot because usually I got to look now.
Yeah.
I actually have to start to look. It's like my age. I can't just assume it anymore.
No.
Like,
You can't.
oh, yeah.
You cannot assume your age. You can assume your gender, just not your age.
Not age, no.
No.
So, have quite a bit to talk about, seeing as, we don't get political on here, but we can't let this one go.
No.
Not at all.
No.
So, Jeffrey Epstein, I'm doing hand quotes right now, committed suicide.
Suicide.
Global leaders from both parties, the
The entire world.
The entire world, royalty, you name it. Everybody went to that island to, fuck kids, I guess. I don't know. It sounds pretty bad.
Bang young chicks.
It sounds real bad.
It sounds real bad.
So all these people...
The entertainment industry. Yeah.
People from the entertainment industry, royalty, Democrats, Republicans, they went to the island.
Yeah.
And he committed suicide. So suddenly he has a moral compass. I can't handle what I've done.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they got footage though. We can figure out who did this, right?
No, there was a camera glitch.
What?
It just so happened at the moment
Those things happen.
he
though.
committed suicide. So he tried to commit suicide once before. That means that you're on suicide watch. They're supposed to watch you after that.
It's like every political thriller ever.
Yeah,
It's like the footage was
what?
damaged. Like what?
Yeah, he was watched. And, what was the meme you said? It was killing me.
Suicide watch doesn't mean you stand there and watch him commit suicide.
Let him hang himself.
The memes have been fantastic all day.
So Epstein was killed.
Yes,
That's
murdered.
He was murdered. The only argument, the thing is, like people online who are one way or the other, they all agree he was killed. But the argument is like, no, it was Trump. No, it was the Clintons. Well, it was anybody who wanted him dead.
Yeah, it was definitely
doesn't matter.
somebody. It was definitely somebody with power. Just you'll never know which one of them it was.
The only person that wins in this scenario is Alex Jones because he's been warning about pedophiles everything's been pedophiles
Yes.
for years that I listen to him. I listen to him not for news; it's entertainment, and everything has been pedophiles. Like,
Yep.
holy shit, there really are pedophiles everywhere.
Well, and if it's believed to be, if it is true, what people have been reading online, whoever killed him might have fucked shit up.
Yeah,
Because now they can do this, search whatever they want because he's not dead. There's no stopping it because he shouldn't have rights anyways because he's in prison. But it's like an open door policy. Any one of his properties can be searched problem free right now.
Oh, it's probably burning right now. It's been fired. That island's getting fucking hellfire missiled.
It's just
right now.
it's like, oh my gosh.
They cleared the underage girls out and they're hellfiring that shit. How about you Area 51 people go there and save them girls? How about that?
That whole thing is just it's so obviously blatantly a cover up.
Every now and then the government does something so fucking clearly.
Well, they know they're going to get away with it. People are going to make fun of it. What the fuck?
Yeah. This one's a little more controversial, but it's just a thought. I can't let there's when they killed bin Laden.
Yeah,
he'd been on dialysis and sick, but he supposedly lived until they got. We don't have any footage of his body because we didn't want to make the Muslim community mad. Well, it's like, we are bombing them, so
there's
they're
that.
probably already mad about that.
There was a glitch in the footage though.
There's a
glitch with the camera.
They don't have footage of, and then they give him a Viking burial. We dumped him in the Red Sea,
which is traditional.
We wanted to give a proper Viking burial to this Islamic militant. Everything's a lie. It's a lie.
The whole Epstein thing has just been a disaster.
But yeah,
those memes have been killing me all fucking day.
Yeah, it's one after another. It's been great,
nonstop.
It's never gonna end. It's just good that for a day, people aren't fighting about their worldview. It's actually just like they killed him. Come on, everybody's liking each other's memes and stuff. It's kind of peaceful. Someone had to die to kind of bring everyone together.
And I don't care what side of the political spectrum you're on. The the things where people were marking themselves for safe from being Clintoned is funny no matter what side. That's because that's been going on for years. People talking about that, but that is to me hilarious. I don't care what side you're on.
Yeah, it's like well, and by the way, I just want everyone to know that we here at Radio Underground have always loved the Clintons. We like the Clintons.
They're great.
They don't hurt anybody. They're great.
Some of us did, but some of us didn't. But let's just cover our
Yeah, we like them. All of us, everybody that works for Radio Underground, we like the Clintons.
I read this one to you earlier.
Put that on record.
I read this one to you earlier, but I thought it should be reread. Somebody actually went on Wikipedia and changed the definition of suicide watch. Actually changed it. It says suicide watch is an intensive monitoring process used to ensure that a person, except Jeffrey Epstein, cannot attempt suicide.
That's so good.
They're all so good. Oh, Mark safe from being suicided by the Clintons.
Yep.
Oh,
that's hilarious.
I don't care.
This is going to go on in infamy forever.
The Spider-Man one where the Spider-Mans are pointing at each other. That's a famous meme too. It says all the billionaires showing up to kill Epstein at the same time. Oh my God, this is so good.
Yeah, they had to get him out of there. Old Jeff.
The Dr. Evil quotes suicide.
He's like at every wedding ever. People are pretending they didn't know him.
Oh my God.
It's like him. There's him like kissing Chelsea Clinton on the forehead.
I didn't really know him.
And then like there's Trump hanging with like Melania, and there's Epstein. Yeah. There was
a whole article where they like a profile of Epstein, and they quoted Trump saying he's like, I know him for like 15 years. He's a great guy. And then all of a sudden he's like, I didn't really know him. Everybody's covering their asses. It's been great.
Yeah. It's like,
oh man.
Like, no, if I knew him, if it was me, and let's say I knew him, but I didn't participate in the shit.
Yes.
But I knew him, I would say I wouldn't do the I didn't know him thing. I would just be like, hey, I'm from New York. New York, the elite, we're like a tight community. We all know each other. I didn't know this shit. Like, but to be like, no, I didn't know him at all.
I hung out with the guy all the time. I didn't know this was going on.
Yeah, I've never really been friends with him.
Jeffrey,
that's the wrong answer, man.
Jeffrey Epstein. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Trump, I voted for you, but that's the wrong answer.
That's for anybody. That's the wrong answer.
Don't do that. Just say you knew him, and but what he did is fucked up. That's
fucked up shit.
Yeah, like.
Oh my gosh,
that's hilarious. But
that made my day. Like I woke up and that was the first thing I read on my phone. I'm like, oh, this is so good.
The memes are worth the price of admission.
Yes.
But I was like thinking about like, I know this is kind of as a fucked up thought, but I'm talking as the right thing happens in the end.
Yeah.
But isn't like, because we're talking about like, underage chicks or prostitutes and stuff like that. Isn't like when they have like a cop be a prostitute, how is that not entrapment?
I don't know.
They say that, well, it's I can't think, like they say the entrapment laws is you bait and switch somebody and then you arrest them. You like tempting them and then arresting them. To me, that would be
in my head doing that, where they have the cop pose as a prostitute and then they capture you real quick, is the definition of entrapment.
Yeah, it seems like yeah, they're doing something wrong.
Yeah,
but it's still entrapment. You know what I mean? It's like
that'd be like an FBI agent going with like a cat burglar and stealing like the Hope Diamond, and all of a sudden when they grab the diamond, like, ha ha, I got you.
Yeah. Well, that's
entrapment.
I seen another one that like it was Chicago. Everybody knows Chicago's a bad area. South side of Chicago.
Yeah,
it's bad.
Yes.
So this guy had a appliance truck, but it was an entrapment truck. So people thought that they had appliances on there. And stealing's wrong, prostitutes, all this stuff's wrong.
Yeah.
But what they did is they open up the back, and the dudes would go in to steal the appliances, and then it would quickly shut, and they would arrest like 6 guys at a time.
Oh yeah,
And that is like literal mouse entrapment.
It's like
the door would shut behind them and they were fucked, and then they would arrest them.
It's like I think it was California. They had the bait car where they basically left the door wide open and the keys were in it, and people walk up and like shit. They'd get in, try to start it up, and take off, and it would just die down the street, and they'd arrest them. Then it's like
it's the entrapment.
That's entrapment.
There's so many entrapment like all this stuff's wrong, but it's still like to me it's like I don't know, man. You're kind of like making people think something's happening, then you're catching them. It doesn't. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you obviously if you're setting them up to do something illegal and they take the bait and do something illegal, they're obviously criminals. But according to the letter of the law, what you're doing is also illegal.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We know that all this stuff's wrong, but it's still entrapment. I'll take it a step further. And look, dude, I think everybody who harms a child needs to be shot in the fucking head.
Fuck yeah.
You need to be killed.
Yes.
But the Chris Hansen show is entrapment.
It's entrapment.
I'm sorry, it is. A good thing happens as a result of entrapment, but it's still entrapment. You have people and you tell them, like, hey, like you're posing as a 15-year-old girl. Dude shows up with a pizza, gets tackled.
Even if you're doing something for the right reason, if it's against the law, it's against the law. It's still illegal. Obviously, if you go into a store and
if they got rid of the entrapment law, then I wouldn't say a thing.
No.
But you still have the entrapment law. You're not supposed to do it.
It's we know what's right and what's wrong. We shouldn't do it, but you shouldn't be tempting people into doing it also.
Exactly.
I mean, you're getting bad people on the street, or sort of bad people in some cases. This guy stole a car. Who knows what he's going to do? Doesn't mean he's going to go do a crime. He just wanted a car. Doesn't mean he's necessarily going to hurt somebody. He's a bad guy, but he's not a bad guy, It's still entrapment. You're breaking the law to catch people who are breaking the law.
Yeah, the only one of them, like, would be the Chris Hansen people, what they're doing is harming a child. So that one would be the only one where the guy is, like, bad outright.
Yes.
But, like, a prostitute is supposedly adults.
Yeah.
Like a normal prostitute. And then, like, a thief really isn't trying to hurt anybody. He's just stealing appliances.
Yeah.
Again, they're not great people, but it's still entrapment.
Well, I guess if you want to get even more legal, technically what Chris Hansen's doing isn't illegal because he isn't employed by
he's not employed by the law enforcement.
The law. He's doing the stuff, and he might turn it into the law. So he's taking justice into his own hands a little bit. It's kind of vigilante a little bit.
Yeah, which is another law you're not supposed to break.
Yeah, because technically...
By the way, I love that show.
Oh, yeah.
It's one of the greatest shows ever because South Park did it better than I could ever make fun of it.
Oh, my gosh.
Like, they just sit down and cooperate. They're like, oh, God. Because they realize they're like, even in prison, they're dead. Like,
I can't think of the guy's name, but there was a guy on a prison show, and it was a real, he did a real thing. And then the show, The Boondocks. Have you ever seen The Boondocks on Adult Swim?
Yeah.
And then they did an episode of The Boondocks. It was like supposed to be Chris Hansen, and he comes in and he's like, you've been, we've been waiting for you. And then this guy from this prison show, they wrote him into this episode of The Boondocks. He's like, I want you, and I can't remember what he says, but it was one of the best episodes ever. Yeah, I'll have to find it. I'll post the clip on.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
I'll post the clip on the page later on.
Now I remember back in the AOL days.
Yeah.
When everybody was still on it, America Online. You would get those. You would get the cops. It had to be the police.
Oh yeah.
They'd be like, "Hey, 13-year-old female looking whatever."
Nope.
I'm like, I would always say, "No, thank you, officer." That was always my answer. I was like, "No,
well,
thank
actually,
you."
when I first got on AOL, I was still been legal. I was like 14 or 15. 13-year-old been like, sweet.
Yeah. I didn't get on until I was 18, so it was illegal for me from the start. Like.
You know what?
I never had a point where it would have been legal for me to do to accept one.
When
of
I
those
first got
invites.
it, but I didn't even really go into the chat rooms or anything. I did a little bit, but it wasn't. Just...
Don't get me wrong. I want every pedophile there is caught and beaten and killed. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
But my point is, it's still technically entrapment.
It is entrapment.
Like another thing that's technically illegal is, those DUI checkpoints.
Yeah.
Checkpoints are something that like you do in a third world country. Like it's assuming guilt. That's supposed to be illegal. I'm checking to see you have to drive through to prove your innocence.
Yeah. No. Technically it is.
By the way, do not drink and drive. Don't ever do it. We've all done it, but you shouldn't. Just don't do it. It's not worth it.
I'm a pro. I can do it. I'm fine. Don't worry.
Yeah, this is what everybody says. And speaking of DUIs, you don't want to go to prison because you're going to find out about Wes Watson.
Oh, dude, those videos were awesome.
He's a Aryan Brotherhood ex-convict named Wes Watson. He's a white guy that went to California prison, so the white supremacist gangs are super militant. He kind of sounds like a wigger, which is weird.
Yeah. Well, maybe we should point out, I don't think he's only in the Aryan Brotherhood when he's in prison, correct?
I don't know the rules, but I think.
Yeah, well, because he seems to be cool.
He states many times, he goes, I'm not a fucking racist, just in prison, that's how it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, what happens in prison if you're white, I don't know about the other races, but they talk about a little. You have to immediately join the Aryan Brotherhood against your will.
Yes.
And say you went in for a DUI and you hit a car, you got 2 years or something. Your 2 years doesn't make you safe. Your 2 years means that a guy that's got 10 or 12 years is going to make you kill somebody because you got years to spare.
Yes.
So he's got a 10-year sentence. You got a 2-year sentence. He's like, motherfucker, I got 10 years. You got 2. That means you can take another 5. So say you go in with a weed charge or something stupid. The gang looks at you as, well, you got time to spare. You only got 2 years. And they make you do the killing in the prison.
Yep.
And you got to fuck people up.
No, that's the first time I've ever seen him. You showed me the videos when I got here.
It's scaring me. Wes Watson, you're scaring me straight, dude. I'm not doing anything wrong ever again.
GP Penitentiary Life.
I'm not even going to yell at anybody anymore.
It's worth a look because, man, some of the videos are... dude knows what he's talking about, but it's freaking scary.
Yeah, he scares the shit out of me.
I'm scared straight.
Yeah, he's like, you don't want to go to prison. So he's more inclined to tell you if you're not a violent person and you're not really like you're just a fuck up, you do drugs or you drink and drive. He goes, we like to see you coming because you got time to spare. You're not going to be here long. So by your low sentence gives you low totem pole status in the gang, you have to stab people and get more time.
Yep.
Because the 20-year guy can't take on another 5.
The story where if your cellmate is a child molester and you have to either kill them or really fuck them up.
Yep.
That's insane.
Yeah, so you go to prison.
I mean, it's great because it's a child molester.
Yeah, again,
it's
awesome.
justice.
But for you, though, say you got, he said, even if, say you didn't know your cellmate's a child molester, you only got 8 months to go and you're out of prison. But then the prison, the other inmates find out that this guy is a child molester.
Yeah.
And you're a cellmate. You are the guy that has to fuck him up.
Because if you don't, then you'll be classified with him.
Yeah, and that means you approve of his behavior.
Yep.
So you have to do something that gets you more prison time, even if you're at the end. You got 8 months. The other inmates will not take that into account.
Nope.
And feel sorry for you. Have to fuck the child molester and get more time.
Yep. It's crazy.
I'm never going to fucking prison.
Nope. I'm telling you.
Even if I do something wrong where I get sentenced, I hate to say this, but I'm not going to prison, and that means as bad as I say it. I'm not going to prison. I will do something to guarantee that I don't go to prison.
I better have one of 2 things happen.
I will Epstein myself, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to fucking prison.
Well, why would the government kill you? But
no.
But no, I better have 2 things. Either an escape plan to a non-extradition country, or a shotgun in my mouth. Sorry. I'm not going to prison, just like you said earlier.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not making light of it. I'm just telling you I'm not going to prison.
Nope.
They will sniff out my weakness in a heartbeat, and I'll be fucked. And
now,
they'll be.
What about county jail? What if you do 30 days in county jail?
Well,
I mean, our county jail.
Some of these guys at county jails have to do dirt too.
Yeah.
It's fucked up, man.
Yeah.
It is fucked.
Oh, those videos will seriously GP Penitentiary Life, Wes Watson. Check
Now-
it out. His shit is pretty awesome actually, but
Yeah.
it's scary.
Yeah, and
he works out a little
basically
bit.
have to join a white supremacist gang,
Yes.
and you have to get the tattoos all over you, and you have to fuck somebody up. If you know a friend that's a non-white, you can't acknowledge that you know him in prison. Like,
Nope.
say it's somebody, could be a guy you went to school with, you know him your whole life. You can't shake his hand. There's a story about a guy who had a black cellmate, not a black friend, that he grew up playing football
They knew
with.
each other from the outside.
They knew each other from outside. He saw his black friend, and they were like shaking hands, and and they shared a drink.
Yep.
They killed the white guy, the Aryan Brotherhood,
Aryans killed him.
because he shared a drink with a black guy.
Yep.
No one wants to go to prison, but it's really bad if you're white.
No, and Wes has even admitted a lot of the black guys are super cool. He liked them, but you can't.
Yeah, exactly. Well, him and Big Herc.
Big hurt.
That's the black guy. There's other prisoner that he was
the guy
talking-
who was in. Yeah.
and they're both out of prison, by the way.
Yeah.
And they said in prison, he
He's
goes,
more like
"Even
a
though-"
life coach now. Wes is.
Yes, so is Big Herc.
Oh, okay.
Big Herc has the same stories. It's crazy.
It's crazy stuff.
Now the Big Herc says that even though him and Wes are friends on the outside, inside they can only maybe do a quick head nod, and they can't be seen being buddies.
Nope.
So fuck that, man. I
Nope.
ain't going to prison.
Nope.
Be my luck, I'd run into somebody that
No, because up until I watched the Wes videos, the only thing I was worried about when I went to prison was someone sticking their dick in my ass. That's the only thing that scared me. Now there's a whole other system going on here, stuff that I never even thought about.
yeah, it's the whites, because in prison
There's
you're
a
a
whole
minority.
hierarchy. That's the word I was looking
Yeah,
for.
in prison as a white you're a minority.
Yeah.
So they're the most militant.
Yeah.
So they're the most aggressive. Another prisoner that I saw, his name was O.G. Badger.
Oh.
Now, O.G. Badger said this happened in county, so this wasn't even in his
Oh
prison.
man.
That there was a young guy walking around he was a badass, and he wasn't gonna get in line with anything. He said 2 guys pinned him down, raped him, and then threw him off the bunk bed, and then you were jumping off the bunk bed onto his head until you saw gray matter.
Wow.
Brains. I'm not going to fuck prison.
No. Sorry.
Fuck that, dude. I'm not gonna argue with anybody. I'm not gonna operate a vehicle tired.
Nope.
I'm not doing anything that could end me in
My
jail.
gosh.
If I don't get enough sleep, then I'm just staying home from work that day. I'm just nope.
Your boss is like, hey, how come you didn't come into work today? Oh, I didn't sleep enough, and I don't want to go to prison.
Yeah. They're sorry.
Okay. He hang up the phone. He's like, Mike snapped.
Yeah, then I'll just forward him the Wes Watson videos. Look, this is what Wes told me.
Oh, okay. Makes sense now.
Yeah, fuck that shit, dude. Wes, you scared me straight.
If you could use that as an excuse, well, I'm really worried. I don't want to go to prison ever, so I'm not working.
Yeah,
today.
anything you do.
Yeah.
This guy just called me a motherfucker. Oh, so what? I don't care.
Sorry.
I'm not hitting him. I'm not going to prison. I'm gonna just let it go. He called me a motherfucker. Oh well.
Someone attacked your family. Are they okay? They're a little busted up, but they'll be fine. All right. Well. Hey man, don't do that again.
You're a bad person.
Stop it.
I'm staying out.
I'm not going to prison.
Yeah.
Fuck
I know.
no.
Thank you, Wes. You saved my life.
Yes.
But another thing I wanted to get into, a new term
Yes.
that bothers the shit out of me, and I'm not down with what the kids are saying, but I've heard this. I was at Frank's house one time, and one of the girls that was over, a millennial girl, she was 23 or something, and I didn't know it was a thing. This was a while back, but the term thirsty for sexual desire,
Yeah.
it bothers the shit out of me.
No, it's almost to me it's almost as bad as moist.
It's like thirsty. Oh, you're thirsty? What the fuck are you talking about?
It just means horny, right?
Yeah, or you like something, or you want to fuck. Yeah, it's horny.
Oh, okay. So it's
I'm not thirsty.
or if you
That's
really like something, it's thirsty. So it's not necessarily a sexual thing. It
I
could
think
be,
it is a sexual thing, but it could be anything.
I
don't get it. It's dumb.
We're yeah. But
If I have a crush on a chick, it's not thirst.
no
Okay.
thirst is I really want that Coca-Cola.
Yeah, or thirst would be her draining my balls. No, all right. No, but seriously, I don't like that term at all. It's retarded. Thirsty.
I've heard it before. It just, I never thought about it. I ignored it. But yeah, that's annoying, man.
Well, yeah, you haven't thought about it because you're not fucking retarded.
No, I've been hearing it for a while. Actually, I thought it was dying down a little bit because I've been hearing it for a while, a couple of years.
I see it. I see it now. Well, the thing is, since I heard it, then I see it everywhere. Thirst or thirsty and all this stupid shit.
That's some
not a
lame
proper
shit.
term for sexual desire at all. It's dumb.
It's really dumb.
I don't like it at all.
What's the other one? I saw, and I still don't know what it means. Is it yeet? Yeet? Y-E-E-T?
What is? Yeah, what
I have
does
no
that
fucking
mean?
clue.
Yeet.
I almost looked it up one day. Then I'm like, I don't fucking care. I'm not going to look it up.
Sounds like something that's got carbs in it.
I thought it had something to do with
Yeet.
Kanye West because I just assume anything that's
Anything
fucking
dumb
stupid
is by him. Yeah.
Oh, yeet is an exclamation of excitement, approval, surprise, or all-around energy, often as issued when doing a dance move or throwing something. What?
That's fucking stupid.
Yeet?
Yeah, that is dumb.
It's a noun. A yeet is the action of yeeting. How about fuck off? You're happy.
Yeah. Happy.
Yay. How about instead of yeet, say yay or this is fucking awesome.
Yeet.
I'm not no. It's
Why are they, I like how they're just creating a new language with all this dumbass shit.
Oh my god.
Yeet.
It's I mean, obviously all words are made up. But
Yeah.
you're making up words for things that already have words for it.
Yeah. Yeet.
Yeet's not a real word.
Speaking of thirst.
You can't even play yeet on Scrabble or Words with Friends, can you?
Yeet.
I don't think yeet's a valid word on those. If it's not on Scrabble or Words with Friends, it's not a real fucking word.
I agree. It's stupid.
Yes.
So I was thinking about another thing too. So about thirst or desire or whatever.
Yeah.
You ever look at someone's? Well, you're a married man, so this probably doesn't.
I don't do anything
I'm talking
wrong.
about me.
I'm married. I do nothing wrong.
So you'll see like tagged photos of people you know, friends and stuff, and it's someone you hang around a lot or someone you know pretty well, and they're like, and then you'll look in the picture like there's all these tagged photos of like, how come you don't bring that girl around?
No, well,
Yeah, you're tagging like all these photos of, and they're like, hey, and then you finally get inquisitive, like, who's that? Oh, that's I'm just making up a name here. That's Stephanie from work, and we hang out all the time. Like,
yeah.
fucking bring her over. You know, I'm
Bring
single.
these people around.
like she's hot as fuck, and like, well, and like, well, like, well, nothing. Is she married?
Is she single? Is she interesting?
Yeah, like what? Why?
Is she
I
diseased?
see
What's
this all the
on?
time. I'm like, you come over and you bring your tired ass over here, and then she ain't ever a part of the crew here. What the fuck?
The way you're acting, though, it seems like you're singling somebody out, so you might want to watch yourself.
I'm not singling anybody out.
It just sounds like you're thinking of somebody specific in your head.
Listen here, Frank. no, it ain't Frank.
Yeah, I didn't think it was, but
no, it's but it's serious. No, I'm being dead serious. It's multiple people. It's people. I've seen it several times.
they'll tag people that look fun and attractive and interesting, but they won't ever bring them around.
Yeah, exactly. Now I know I'm not fun, interesting, or attractive.
Yeah.
But you can bring people around that at least. I'm not saying I would
It might
hit on them or pick or hook up, but it would bring my spirits up.
Bring your spirits up. Something might click. You never know.
She might have a low self-esteem
Yeah.
and settle on me.
Daddy issues.
That's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I might look like her dad that didn't give her attention.
Oh,
Then I'm in. I'm in at that point. I'm in.
You just the daddy issues thing made me think so. My buddy, they used to work with. His name is Rick. I don't think he listens. I hope he does. He told me this story. He went out with a girl, and I think it was a second date, and they were sitting on the porch, like there's like a bench or a porch swing or something, and things were getting a little heated, heating up a little bit, and they're making out and some light petting and stuff, and she said something to the effect like, "Oh, you remind me of my dad." Or something like that. And he was like, "Well, I gotta go." Why would you think that was appropriate to say?
That's
Or she stopped kissing him or whatever, looked at him and said, "You remind me of my dad," like straight to his face. He's like, "All right, well, I'll see you later."
No, right then and there, I'm hard as a rock.
Yeah,
And I'm
well,
yanking
everybody
the clothes.
knows that's the hottest stuff. Look at Pornhub. That's the hottest stuff.
Yeah. Well, it's like I seen one meme is like, if a girl comes up to you, I got a daddy kink. And he's like, turn down the thermostat.
Don't touch the fucking thermostat.
Yeah, that's what you do. Your mom's a bitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've seen that one. The daddy kink. Don't touch the fucking thermostat.
Yeah, the daddy king.
Oh my
You
gosh.
ain't going fucking nowhere. Get
Yeah.
in your room.
Oh man, I love memes.
And the
So
memes are
much.
great. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting though. It's like, it's like I hope I've never done that to me. Like what's up the picture of like all us together, and there's like someone I work with, like who's he? Like, but they're not saying. Like,
Yeah, totally.
Granted, none of
cock block your friends, like looking at pictures that let's say you're at work, and there's an attractive woman, and you're like showing her pictures from the party and stuff you're at, and it's like she points at one of your friends, like, "Oh, who's that?" And you're like, "That's nobody." Just like to a total cock block.
Hey, why don't you ever ask that of me?
Yeah.
Be a total asshole. About
Oh, you're
it.
such, and she says, "Oh, you're such a good friend." Like, that's it. It's over.
Yeah. Well, the thing with our group of friends, we are the biggest group of fives you'll ever meet.
Oh yeah.
There's no one that stands out.
No.
And so, like, we don't
No.
get that. Like, Aaron, maybe when he used to hang out because he was younger, and your brother, Aaron and your brother were a little bit better looking than the rest of us.
But it's-
the rest of us were pretty much
It
fives.
was like it's a level playing field.
Yeah,
It really was.
So we're not going to get the like.
Some are a
Oh
little
my
bit-
God, who's that? Who's that sexy piece?
Some might be more outgoing and some might be more quiet, but then the quiet people might be, I don't know, smarter or they might be a little bit more interesting this way. Everything evened out completely.
Yeah, we're varying degrees of average.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I'm like I think I look at myself as like I'm like a cute fat chick. If I were thin, I'd be all right, but I'm not thin, so I'm just a 5.
Ugh.
So if I were thin and in shape, I'm a 6.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I'm not in shape and thin. Same
No.
with you. We're not thin, so we're not.
Nope. Not
6.
thin. Not thin.
But yeah, like another thing too. I was thinking about this because it happened again. I remember. I think it was episode like 10. I told the story about the tall red-haired chick that was at the Coney Island up here.
Oh yeah, that was our first duo episode.
Yeah, I told you the whole story about that chick staring at me.
Yeah.
Not today when I went because I went again, but Wednesday when I went there was this young 23, 24-year-old girl sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
It's not really a bar.
The
but
counter.
The counter. And she was like smiling, like biggest smile she could make. And she looked, I'm horrible at guessing ethnicity, but darker than us, but not black. Like, I don't know. It could be anything from Albanian to
Lebanese
Mexican,
or
something.
Yeah. Okay.
And she was just all smiles, real pretty girl. And she was like real like talkative with me and friendly and everything. And I like, I boosted my confidence and I left and I'm thinking, I think I'm just not processing that our neighborhood has changed. There's like crime and stuff around here. There's prostitutes around here. So I'm going with this narrative in my mind that these
That is prostitutes.
yeah, I'm going with these narratives in my mind that these women are actually into me, but I'm thinking like, no, they're not. There's prostitutes around here. Why would decent-looking women be sitting anywhere alone?
There's no chance at all that somebody's just nice.
Yeah, there's no such thing as nice people.
No one's nice unless they have an ulterior motive.
Yeah, my view of the world is so skewed. Like, dude, it's all prostitutes. No one likes me.
That's great.
But yeah, it was because she was like all just the friendliest little thing, and I was just like, okay, you're dressed somewhat revealing. You're a 7
But even
or
that's not an indicator anymore because
you're a 7 or 8
it's summer.
out of 10.
so many girls dress revealing, and it's just in summer.
Like, no, I'm not paying you. It's like when me and your brother were in Las Vegas and the prostitutes were honing in on us,
Oh yeah.
and we would just literally have to say, we
We have no money,
We got no money, so just go.
and they
off.
just turn around,
they just immediately
like
leave.
on their heels. Whoop, gone. Oh.
Yeah, but I don't. I have to.
Well,
I think I need to spend less time in my head and more time out in the world.
yeah,
Or I'm heading for doom here.
Well, and she wasn't working there. She was just
No, it was
there.
not a worker. No, it was a patron or a prostitute.
Well, just keep going back there. Maybe one of them shows up again, and you can find out the truth.
You know, like, what are you? Just ask that. Like, what are you doing here?
What kind of work do you do? Just bring it up slowly.
What do you do for a living?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But another thing we were talking about before the show started.
Yeah.
Was the horrible like infidelities of like old school guys like back in the 50s and 60s.
Oh God, yeah.
And you were going on and stuff I didn't even know about Steve McQueen.
Oh, the Steve McQueen one, yeah.
God, could you tell some of that stuff because it was like
well,
I gotta pee, so I'll just let you. It was really bad.
He he was a bad boy as they called him back then, but he was making a movie. He was really into racing, and he'd been racing for years at this point, and he wanted to make the best racing movie ever. That was his goal, was to make the greatest racing movie. And he had his idea for a script, and him and John Frankenheimer, who had made I'm sorry, not John Frankenheimer, John Sturgis, the guy who made The Great Escape with him. They were going to make this movie together, and they're like, he was really into the 24 Hours of Le Mans, or Le Mans, as they keep saying. It's Le Mans. I don't care. So they filmed the race, and the point of the movie was they were going to film the entire 24 Hours of Le Mans and then splice it into their movie and make a movie about Le Mans. So they spent 4 months in France, and after filming the race and stuff, they were actually filming the movie part. And McQueen was, spending 16, 18 hours a day on set. He had a chateau 10 miles down the road that his wife and his kid were staying at. And they were talking to one of the assistants. It was a production assistant, but it was also his assistant, his personal assistant. And they said that he was, on average, 2 to 3 women a day that he was seeing that weren't his wife. Banging.
Oh, man. 2
or 3 a day, every day. And this was for 3 months. How do you have that much
fatiguing
sperm?
to me.
I mean, how do you produce that much jizz? That's insane.
And that's that goes side by side with 16, 18-hour shoots.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well,
so he's shooting all day.
He's not filming all day. He might be like he's helping with angles because it's his movie. He's not directing it, but he's a producer and he's in it. But he might not be on camera the whole time. So he might be in his trailer. But they said the times when you went to his trailer and he was alone were very rare. Like he was always with another woman in his trailer. But he was also seeing his co-star at the same time. So he was cheating on his wife with these random women, but also on the side dating his co-star while his wife was 10 miles down the road.
Oh, God.
So him and the co-star, I cannot remember her name. She was only in one American movie. It was this movie. He'd been drinking and stuff, but he still wanted to drive. So they got in the car, him, the girlfriend, and his assistant. And they were driving down the road, and he drives fast because he's always been a racer. He's been racing bikes and cars for 20 years at this point. Driving really fast on small French country roads. Starts to rain, and he goes around a corner, takes it too fast. They end up going into a farmer's field, crashing horribly. He was fine, not a scratch on him. She was so badly...
The driver never is hurt.
She was so badly concussed, he thought she was dead. And the assistant had a broken arm. Was walking around with a broken arm. And he said when he came to, all he heard was McQueen like, oh, man, she's dead, oh, no. And then she finally woke up. And he got her up, and he started carrying her, and the guy helped him a little bit, but his arm was broken. And they went to the farmer's house and tried stealing the farmer's car. And they stole it and drove... Basically, he drove everybody home, or drove the assistant home, drove her to wherever, made sure somebody was with her, and then he went home to his family. The next day, they found the other car in a field, and the assistant took the rap for the whole thing, so he wouldn't get outed for his affairs.
Wow!
But he did this for years.
Yeah, these like we were talking. That is so bad.
It's so bad.
And we were talking about earlier was the. I mean, before we were recording,
yeah,
was like those old time guys, like the 50s and 60s, like Tiger Woods would have been nothing back then. It would have been he would have been an entry level man whore.
Always been that way. I don't know what it is.
They get men get the. All right, I don't want to get too deep.
It's a power thing too.
Well, our species, we came from cavemen or like tribal peoples in the beginning.
Yes.
The whole point is the strongest or males with the most resources get all the women. So without morality or society or marriage or laws, what naturally happens is the top guys get all the women, and then the middle guys get nothing. They have to form war parties and shit to go raid villages. So literally, like all that stuff about, honor and country. I'm going to fight for my people. Really what it was is if you sacked the other village or you got to do the rape. So those normal guys got women.
And the rape, yeah.
And the top guys were always getting the pussy.
Always.
So they the Steve McQueen type guys had their pick. So it's just human race is fucked when you really think about how things can really be.
Well, we talked
and it's sick, and that's why every major religion, people talk bad about religion or traditional values, or it doesn't matter the religion, any culture, that basically the thing is discipline and monogamy. That's what they preach, discipline, because the nature of man, the nature is everyone ends up miserable because all the women do the top guys because the strongest genes pass on, and then the normal guys get nothing. They go psycho and become marauding rape gangs. Well, I know that sounds crazy, but that's basically what happened.
With McQueen and a lot of those guys that I'll call him that era. He was born in like 1930, so guys are the Sinatras and all these other people who are famous.
Yeah, Rocky Marciano
were always cheating on their wives. Constant cheating.
JFK, all of them.
But all of them had. I don't know about Rocky Marciano, but like Sinatra, McQueen, the female in their life wasn't in their life. Their mom wasn't there. Like McQueen's mom was a prostitute. She was a prostitute. He didn't see her. And then when he did see her, she was terrible to him. And then his dad beat him up. So he's in a bad situation. He didn't respect women at that point because his mom was a whore.
He had no choice, no chance. Rather.
And then he lost his virginity. That was actually one of the better stories.
Yeah, that story's messed up.
He lost his virginity at 13. Steve McQueen lost his virginity to a 15-year-old girl who he says had a sweet tooth. So you didn't pay her with money. You paid her with cakes and treats, which helped out because she was getting fatter, which made her tits look better. They made her look bigger.
But what's fucked up was her age.
She was 15.
So,
15 doing a 13.
We're talking about kids, man.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
The world, like this whole thing that everything was more traditional back in the old days.
Nope.
No.
Yeah, traditional. You had 10-year-old brides.
Yeah. Nope.
But it was this, and then his whole his outlook on women in general, like that mantra, the thing he says every time he's about to do a scene, his mantra, as they say. I'm going to read it word for word. Steve McQueen's mantra. He recited before shooting every scene. I decide what is right and what is wrong, and I don't have to explain it to anybody. I like women, but I'm a little afraid of them. I'm not going to make a commitment because if you make a commitment to a woman, they can hurt you. I won't pick a fight with you, but if you pick a fight with me or back me into a corner, I will fucking kill you. End quote.
Amen.
Steve McQueen said that before every single scene he filmed.
I don't care. I'm scared.
He obviously had some kind of issues, not just with women, but with violence a little bit, too.
No, he had several issues.
Well, his dad used to beat him up, his mom up, his prostitute mom up, and then him also. And he was in gangs really young. But Sinatra was the same way. He was a troublemaker. His mom was, I don't know what she was, but she was never around. But look at all the different women he had sex with that weren't his wife.
It's insane.
Rocky Marciano, I didn't know as much about that.
All these old school guys, Rocky Marciano, even Muhammad Ali.
Rocky Marciano.
All these dudes bang chicks continuously.
Yeah.
Joe Louis, like at a time where like it could have ruined the woman's life, he had many white mistresses. Could have ruined their lives.
Yep.
He had top dudes get the pussy. just the way it is.
Yeah, but you would think they would get sick of it. But to them, it's like a game.
No, they don't get sick of it.
It is straight up. They have the power to do this, and they're going to show their power no matter what. I don't understand.
Now, the only person I saw that there many of them have reformed and they get married and they settle down or whatever and they relax. But Phil Anselmo from Pantera,
yeah,
he said it because he got married and he really loves his wife. I don't know if he's still married to her. This is an old article.
Yeah, I don't know.
But he was totally in love with his wife and committed to her. And he finally said, he goes, I had my balls sucked and fucked every day, 2-3 women at a time. He goes, but at some point you just need a partner. You just need someone that's just there for you.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably the better approach for 90% of people is just find someone you just would hang out with that you wouldn't, if you weren't fucking, you'd still be hanging out with them. That's probably who you should marry.
Yep.
Well, because it would just at some point, you would think these guys would get just tired of just banging random chicks.
You would think.
But I don't know. A lot of them don't.
Well, and this kind of goes back to the Epstein thing a little bit too, but the underage girls,
yeah,
especially with these famous guys. We talked about it again.
And all those men could get any woman and they want. They could pick.
I'm not saying the McQueens and Sinatras and stuff.
I'm talking about the guys that went to that island.
Yeah, but
think of their clout.
But we were talking about earlier, the rock stars in the 70s and stuff, like the Led Zeppelins and
Nugent
banging underage chicks.
They've been banging
and it was
underage.
It was in the open. People knew about it.
Yeah. They had one girl that they passed around, Led Zeppelin, I forgot her name. This was a kid, 13, 15.
Oh, my God.
And they passed her around, and the guy doing the video goes, here's a picture of her when she was an old maid. She was probably 16 here. And it's dude, the world is messed up.
Yeah, don't act like it was more wholesome back then. It's the same.
No, they've been doing it forever.
It's just now everything is more accessible.
Yep.
It's easier now. But when we talked about it again on a previous episode was Steven Tyler, where he talked that 15-year-old girl's parents into signing over legal guardianship of her to Steven Tyler.
Yeah, so he could bang her.
So he could take her on tour, and he loved her, loved in quotes, and he might have. I don't know how he felt, but he was 22 years old at the time, 23, and he was a legal guardian of a 15-year-old that he was fucking. Don't tell me people were better back then.
No, they weren't.
Good book, though. You should read the Aerosmith book if you ever get a chance.
Yeah, it goes on and on and on, the filth.
It's been going on for years.
It's just
it didn't start with Jeffrey Epstein. It's not going to end with him.
No, it's going to go on forever. There's going to be another ring. We'll be long dead 100 years from now. It'll be some other guy.
Yep.
It's always going to happen because people, if you give in, look, man, I'm not religious. I'm not one to preach to you self-discipline because I'm 275 pounds and overweight. Yeah. But you can't just be so self-indulgent. You can't just go off the rails with indulgence because it just seems like it always leads to ruin in some way.
Every single
you gotta
time.
have. So that's why when I see that Wes, get back to Wes Watson.
Yeah,
his thing is even outside of prison, he gets up every day at 3 a.m. 3.
That's crazy.
And he doesn't do drugs. He doesn't drink. He does nothing. He eats food that intentionally tastes bad. Because he knows that with his mentality, because he has criminal mind, he knows, he goes, if I let myself slip, I can go right back.
Yeah.
So his thing is I get up at 3 a.m. and I go right to the gym and I eat food I don't like, and he constantly puts himself in a state of discomfort because indulgence leads to all the prison for him.
Yeah.
And you can't
that's
be
smart.
self-indulgent.
That's smart.
Now me, luckily, I have this defense mechanism called being a pussy,
man.
I'm afraid to get in trouble. So that keeps me from self-indulgence.
No, I
to the hilt. I just eat and drink what I shouldn't.
That doesn't make you a pussy. That makes you smart.
Yeah,
makes you a survivor.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna flirt with someone's woman and do things I'm just not gonna do these things.
Yeah.
And some people, they have no off switch, man, and I don't know, man. It's like people like. I'm not here to preach anti-degeneracy or moralism at anybody, but you gotta tighten your shit up because it leads to ruin
every time.
Tighten it up a little bit. I'm not saying you can't have fun. Me and you are drinking beer.
Yeah,
we should probably be drinking water and eating some vegetables.
Well, I had the one. I'm done. Well, mine was a 24, so I basically had 2. But that's it. I'm done.
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
We're recording the podcast.
Fuck.
What are you doing?
I'm sitting by myself.
Oh.
Come over here.
All right, bye.
He's talking to Frank.
All right, Kojak will be here.
Cool. So, yeah, like you said, stuff.
Yes, it's like, but I'm just saying. Speaking of giving into your indulgence,
Yeah, that was weird.
It's about to make its way over here.
It's like, don't be too self-indulgent in hell. You go to hell, and then, hey, Frank.
I didn't say anything about hell.
Well, I know. That's where you're
but
going.
I said
though.
something about self-indulgence.
You were totally going there. I could tell.
No.
Yeah, but yeah.
Like, I'm what in the religious community is called a no-heller.
Yeah.
Then there are people, and they're scoffed about by the. And actually, it's a formation of people in Kentucky, where my family's from.
Uh-huh.
They believe the Bible, but they don't believe in the concept of hell, because in their opinion, a loving God wouldn't send you to hell for a few mistakes. So they're called no-hellers.
Okay.
But their thing is, you still got to try to live yourself to a moral code.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like the thing of like, you cuss a few times and then you burn in hell for eternity.
Just cussing?
Well, whatever. They just,
Oh,
I don't know.
what's that?
Their interpretation's weird. They also have the snake bite people down there.
Yeah, those people are awesome.
Snake bite churches. I've never been to one. Either way, we're going to take a brief intermission, and then Frank will be here, and we'll see if he screams into the mic.
He probably will.
Well. We were talking about self-indulgence, and look who shows up.
Yeah, because you can't handle self-indulgence. I have to do all the self-indulgence myself.
Did your spider sense go off? Is that what it was?
I know we started talking about self-indulgence, and you called.
Yeah.
The amazing irony of that.
That's funny.
So here's Frank, Kojak, or whatever you want to call him.
I've been called many names.
So how much Fireball have you had?
It's only a half pint.
Oh, you
Oh,
only
it's not
did the
bad.
half. You didn't do the
Yeah.
fifth.
What's
Yeah,
the beer? What's the
No,
beer
but
again?
I got Wersteiner's Oktoberfest.
Good stuff.
Bought a $20 fucking 12-pack.
No, Wersteiners.
$20?
What country would that be made in?
Germany.
I think it's Germany.
Clearly it's
If I were
France.
to,
I'm
if
drinking
I were
a
to
Dwayne
guess
right now.
Oh, you fuckers.
Coors White.
Hey, we all got to pee
I drank
every
a Miller
10
Lite.
minutes. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what that does to you.
slow carbs. We're on that keto kick.
So
Clearly, all three of us are on low carbs.
yeah. I could
on-
not eat carbs for 3 years, and I'd still be 200 pounds.
I got
mean,
sweating places.
200
I should
pounds would
probably
be
have
great.
Baby powder.
Well, we were talking about that earlier. Was the diets that people keep on going on, like keto and what's your friend Kevin is on doing the OMAD, the 1 meal a day.
Is a
type thing.
24-hour fast thing.
23 hours. Yeah,
Kevin?
you-
You don't
Kevin.
fucking need to do that.
You eat-
You don't need to do any of
you
that
eat for
shit.
1 hour a day, and then after that, you don't eat for 23 hours.
I think Kevin's marathon running and like his heavy compound weightlifting
Yeah.
that he does. He's
Well-
probably going to be okay with
well,
whatever
he was-
diet he does.
To defend Kevin,
Yeah,
I also eat 1 hour a day, but it's like 6 hours
Of
every
food
day
in one?
in 1 hour.
Well, actually, he might have been doing that too because his post said that he ate 2.5 pounds of meat, just 2.5 pounds of meat.
Oh,
and
he's getting meat sweats.
and he was getting like meat sweats.
no,
And, I mean, I know a lot of people have used keto and it worked for them. I did straight keto one time, and it was terrible. It sucked.
Why do I not believe you?
No, I totally. My whole family did. My wife lost 27 pounds. My son lost like 18 pounds. I lost shit, and I was cold all the time. because I'm not joking. It was like
You're
summer.
called a diabetic.
It was. I had like keto flu. My body had nothing to burn
Did your pee smell like sugar
Whoa,
smacks?
what do you mean your body has nothing to
No,
burn?
at this point when we were doing that,
this is a pure lie.
when we were doing that, my body had no. I wasn't eating any carbs. I had no carbs to burn. Your body needs carbs to burn.
No, it does not need carbs to burn. You can transition it from carbs.
Mine wasn't though. Is what I'm saying.
So you're living off
you
fat.
You kept having
Keto.
carbs.
Keto did not work for
He
me.
was sneaking carbs.
No, I
You were
wasn't.
Spit. He was sneaking carbs.
I was not.
I don't know. I'm not him.
I was super strict about it. In fact,
I'm
I
being
made
diplomatic.
my wife buy all new stuff. I was as
You're
strict
gonna
as
die in the
possible with
prison
it,
cell.
and it just didn't. It doesn't work for everybody. It's just the way your body
It
is.
does.
It does not.
It just didn't work for you because
It
you
doesn't.
cheated.
In fact,
You're
it
a
doesn't work.
cheater.
It doesn't work for like 40% of the people that try it.
I don't know where you get your facts from, but they're wrong. They are wrong.
Are you a keto?
If you don't
Are you a
eat-
keto scientist?
I'm going to tell you why I'm a keto scientist.
Yes.
Because if you don't eat anything, your body's going to starve.
Yeah,
That's my facts.
yeah. But then as soon as you do eat one thing, you're putting that weight right back on. It doesn't matter. Your
Well,
body
then
will
quit
swell
eating. You need to stop eating.
up. Either way,
Period.
Me
my
too.
point was
I
the
know that.
diets
No,
are
you
getting
need to
weirder.
have water
Yep.
and maybe some cucumber lemon fucking water. I don't care what the fuck it is.
When you did your diet, when you're drinking, you were eating like
When
one
you're eating 3 string beans, a
three
day or
string beans
whatever.
and stuff.
3 string beans.
Yes,
A
chicken,
piece of chicken.
Yep.
And I ran around the motel, whatever random
Yep.
motel room I was staying in.
and you lost weight. But then when you went off
No.
that, how quickly did you gain that weight back?
Immediately.
Exactly.
Even when I came home, I had to feed my kids pasta because that's what we can afford. It's our poor ass family.
No, and that's the
You
other
can't
thing.
eat healthy with other
That's my
people
point.
around.
No.
Eating healthy is really fucking expensive.
Yeah. I was by myself. I had a couple green beans, maybe some cheese,
Yeah.
more green beans, and a piece of chicken. And then I ran like a maniac.
Yep. But then as soon as you stop, like you
As I
said,
went home.
when you're feeding a family
and
of 5,
Yeah, I got fat.
yeah, exactly.
What came back?
Because you
Are
know what's cheap? A box of pasta that's $1 and a jar of sauce that's $1 is a lot cheaper
And
than
it feeds an entire
Carb-
fucking family.
I am
Yeah.
in 100% agreement with you. Yes.
yeah.
Are you still doing your TRT shot?
No, I quit that a long time ago.
Did you feel like an energy loss after that?
Everything I feel is just loss.
Now we're getting
I feel like a soul loss.
we're getting philosophical here.
Do you feel like
No,
that-
we're going for.
Look at me. If I bend over, there's sweats somewhere in places I don't know anymore.
Oh, all the time.
Yeah, well, the reason there's philosophy and everything because everyone's trying to avoid the one main truth: everything you do is for nothing.
It's
Because it
it's all
doesn't
for naught.
matter.
It's all-
Ultimately, nothing you do matters.
You have no idea how right you are.
It is all for naught.
Everyone's avoiding that fact. You're drinking to avoid it. You're going to church to avoid it. You're doing everything you do. I don't care. You're doing to avoid that
Doesn't-
fact that everything you do is meaningless.
Doesn't
Eat
matter.
Arby's.
It's fucking meaningless. You end up in the same place. Period.
Think about the coolest people who ever lived, like Leonidas. Right? He charged the
Frank Tilly.
yeah.
He's his full name.
Yeah, the Leonidas. Obviously, there's a Hollywood movie about him. Thousands of years later.
Yeah.
I still don't think about him very often.
No.
Like, it was just a cool movie.
Yeah.
Like, so like nothing you do as a normal person will make a fuck.
No.
I hate to be all nihilistic and dark, but it's nothing matters.
Well, we live in an age where we can't do anything important unless you kill fucking Epstein's or some shit like that.
Whoa.
Then you become
We
important.
were talking about that.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's suicide. He
Nobody's-
was not killed. He committed suicide.
Nobody's.
I read the
ever gonna
official report.
No one's ever going to remember Epstein. They're going to remember Clinton's killing everybody. That's all they're going to remember.
Those memes
Yeah.
have been fantastic all day. That we talked about that.
God.
They've been fantastic.
I know you checked yourself as safe from the Clintons.
I also checked Bill Clinton's safe from the Epsteins.
Yeah. Well, I also put a statement. We here at Radio Underground have always liked the Clintons. Always been a
man.
fan.
They're great.
I mean, even if I didn't vote for them, I never thought they were bad people at all. They're good
So you-
people. the
You can
Clintons.
definitely mark yourself safe.
I like them. Always like old Bill.
What else? You said something else. You had another segment. What was it? Was it this?
I don't know.
Oh, I
Let
thought,
me look.
no, because I was going to bring something else up. Do you know what today is? Something you can appreciate.
Saturday.
Today's the 35th anniversary of a little movie called Red Dawn.
What?
It came out 35 years ago today.
Now, I can agree with you on this because it's fucking Red Dawn.
Yeah,
Red Dawn is amazing.
it's amazing.
I
And
want
do you
to
know what?
pop up in a fields right now just to celebrate.
Let's just go kill some Russians.
yeah.
We'll Red Dawn
There
shit.
aren't any.
Oh, there are. Believe me.
Yeah. There
Don't
are
listen to him.
There's definitely one.
Don't
in
listen to him.
There's definitely one.
There's no fucking Russians.
I've seen Stranger Things. There's Russians.
there are Russians. If
but
you go
you
to
came out saying-
Hamtramck, there's Russians.
Do you know what the
Those are Polacks.
Red Dawn has the honor of being the very first PG-13 movie ever?
It kind of seemed like it would be an R because of all the death.
Yeah, well, it should be, but it's not.
Yeah, but Rambo was before that.
Rambo was R.
The Rambo was like straight up fucking gore.
But you do know what came out before that caused PG-13 to happen?
Fuck, you're about to tell me.
I'm going to tell you. Temple of Doom, which should not have been a PG.
with the face melting.
No,
the
it
fa-
should never be a PG-13.
the face melting.
No. Wasn't rated. It was rated PG.
The face melting, right?
Temple of Doom was
that's one
the
of the
kids
greatest
in the
fucking
temple.
flicks that ever fucking existed.
Face melting, was that the first one or the
Oh,
second?
that was the second one was Hum Num
That's the
Shibai.
third one.
Hum Num Shibai.
No, third
and he
one was
rips
Last
the heart
Crusade.
out. How is a heart
I thought
rip?
that was the third one.
No,
Was that the third or second?
second one is
Temple of Doom was the heart rip.
Yeah, number 2,
The third one was Sean Connery.
Last Crusade. So
Oh,
okay,
fuck.
so when that came out,
mad at myself.
that got a PG rating.
For not knowing that.
That got a PG rating, and Steven Spielberg, who made it,
Hum
went to
Dum
the board
Shibai.
and said,
Hum Dum Shibai.
"There's no way this movie should be PG." And that's when they made PG-13
Shibai.
after that, and they made Red Dawn the first PG-13
So
movie.
they had a heart rip movie be PG.
yeah.
Well, and then,
All it-
then they're eating snakes. Yeah.
Yep.
All
They
I
have
have
that
to
big feast.
All I have to say to that is Hum Dum Shibai.
Yep. So that's your little.
Every time I go to Troy and I see a car wreck, Hum Num Shibai. Hum Num Shibai.
I don't get it. No, I get it. I totally
When
get
my doctor reads my blood levels.
Your doctor is Hum Dum Shibai.
Hum Num Shibai. Hum Num Shibai. You're gonna die.
it. My doctor looks like Conor McGregor.
You bum, you die. You bum, you die.
You bum, you die. You bum, you die.
That's your little trivia for the day.
No, my
There
heart
you go.
doctor is Indian. I can't say his name. We just call him G. Dr.
Don't
G.
worry, I fix his internet.
Call him Marty.
Gash near and then a bomb or something. I don't know.
Gash near. Your gash is near.
Yeah, I already have a heart doctor. At 40.
Which isn't
next
that
time,
rare.
next time he puts the shit on you, does your heart fucking monitor? The first thing you should do is Hum Dum Shibai. Hum Dum Shibai.
you're gonna need to find a new doctor, Mike.
Yeah. Well, let's see if he reacts to it first.
He
If you
won't.
do that and he reacts to it and he laughs, you get the best doctor on the planet.
Or if he sends in reinforcements.
See, I was gonna say
And
it's.
then their door, I got to escape before it closes.
It can go either way.
I was gonna say
We're
Snakes
not there
fall on
yet.
the ground.
it's not funny. It's not funny that you have a heart doctor because a lot of 40-year-olds have heart doctors, but the fact
What?
that you've had one for how many years is probably the funny part.
No, I've had a heart doctor since birth. Literally.
Oh, that's true. I forgot you had you had a defect.
Yeah.
You got a hole in
That's
your
not funny.
I was born with a hole in my heart. So, yeah, I've done real good by being 100 pounds overweight, never eating right a single day.
Birth defects are funny.
Yeah.
And Miller Lite.
Well, if you take care of yourself, you'll live a normal life. I'm still here.
Hey, beating the odds.
Other people are dropping, and here Uncle Mike is.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Like, where y'all at? Not
You're like
alive.
a fucking
Uncle
bad
Mike's
Phil
alive.
Collins song.
Yeah, you are.
You are. You're a Phil Collins song.
I was written off. And here I am. Well, you're supposed to minimize stress. I'm always anxious. Everything you're not supposed to do.
You just made me
Well,
think
hey,
about
to be fair, to be fair, you have minimized your stress because you don't come out with any of us.
Yeah, you haven't been around him in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So.
If I'm around
Last
you,
time he hung out with me, he tried to walk it home.
yeah, if I could go out with you once a year, my heart can handle once a year.
He's trying to, fuck you! You don't answer my text messages. I'm like,
I'm sure that's the whole story.
clearly, that's the entire story right there.
But heart,
There's no
heart-
backstory to
Hey,
it at
none of
all.
it.
heart things.
That is it.
You made me think about when you had to have a physical for football. And remember they did the gauges wrong?
When I was 14, they had to check my heart so I could play football because I was born with a defect.
Yeah.
And then the chick, they had some like med student chick that's probably got like a 93 IQ, just not smart enough to be doing that job. And then they're supposed to set the margins, okay?
Way to make fun of her.
Because back in the day, they didn't have all the good gear they have now, so they had to set. When you
was
those
like
of us who
93,
had
guys.
typing class, you set your margins so the font is the right size for the page.
Yeah.
I'm sure he gave her all the gear she needed.
But anyway, she set the margins wrong, too small, so it looked like my heart was like swollen.
Like the size of a gorilla's?
Yeah, and then they called my mom like, make sure he don't get up off that bed. And I'm all thinking, I spent like 3 days thinking, like, I'm dead.
And
I'm
that's-
fucking gonna die.
It's not funny. It wasn't funny then, but now, you know,
It's totally funny then. And
almost,
now.
27 years later, it's funny that you told me, he was like,
So-
but your dad, like, your dad doesn't cry.
Yeah.
And your dad, like, cried himself to sleep because of it.
Yeah, they were
And
all
then they
like,
called him
crying.
like, oh, we were wrong.
My whole family cried and had a pet because they figured I'm dead. There's nothing you can do because I'm not going to get a heart. I'm not getting a heart transplant in a week. And the first thing they asked me is like, they like, have you been real tired? I felt fine because I'm a young, healthy kid. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel fine. There's nothing wrong. And they're like, well, we just want you. So they made me stay on a couch for like a week for no reason.
Hey, Mike.
What?
Way to disappoint them.
Yeah.
I just
I know, really.
I just
And then-
remember that because our moms are our sisters, obviously.
And-
And that everybody was like all worried and stuff. And then
So I went and saw the top heart doctor in North America. The guy looked at my heart and he's looking at me and he's looking at the heart and he's like, I'm not supposed to tell you this till I get the official results, but I'm going to tell you right now so you don't panic anymore because it takes back then it took days, you know.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm looking at your heart and it's perfectly fine.
You got the Bobby.
They
Yeah.
just-
Shut up, fag.
they said
Yeah.
the margins wrong.
Yeah, like, and then they sent, and then he couldn't tell me why. He goes, your heart's fine. He goes, you can play football, whatever. He goes, but I'll give you the official paperwork in a couple. And then he said he was able to disclose to me what it was. He goes, the dumbass that, and he used that word.
Yeah.
And he's like, the dumbass that set your margins did this, so it gave the illusion that your heart was swollen, and then your heart's perfectly fine. In fact, the hole in your heart that you were born with, I couldn't even find it. Like it became so small.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't even. He goes, I was looking for it in the region that it is, and I didn't even see it. He goes, you never need to come back here ever again in your life.
So to this
But then
day,
I ate myself fat, and now it's a re-uptake, and I got other
So,
problems. And
to
like,
this day, you haven't left your bed.
no,
Or the couch.
I'm like Mama Grape or Gilbert's Grape.
Well, and as far as that,
They're gonna have to like come get me out of the side of the house with a crane.
having a hole in your heart isn't common, but it's not as uncommon as you think. Because my daughter, when she was still in the womb, had one, but a lot of times it'll heal up before they're born. So when they checked her 4 weeks before she was due, it had healed up.
So she's okay, but Mike's a defect.
Oh
Yeah.
Okay, so making sure
well-
we're returning our shit to Walmart.
Well, my mom said when I was born I was like purple because I just wasn't getting like I was fucked up.
yeah.
But some people grow out of it, and I literally just grew out of it.
Yep.
Now, our cousin Keith,
You sure about
he
that?
did not.
Was it Keith or Kevin? One of them had.
Keith had a heart thing.
Yeah, that's right.
Mike, you still have a hole in your heart.
Yeah.
gotta-
And it can only be filled by the hatred of you.
It can only be filled by you.
I just remember that song came out, and people you would use it to make fun of him when he found out he had a hole in his heart when he was born. Somebody would make fun of him. The Extreme song,
Clearly me.
More Than Words. No, it wasn't More Than Words. Is the other one.
More than holes
Um, But that story with the gorilla size heart always
Yeah, they said like his heart is
was like a
double
gorilla's-
what it should be. It was something ridiculous. I was like,
It's such a good story of medical malpractice. Good stuff, guys.
and my family, they took me out to eat at Coney Island as like my last meal.
Your heart's fine. Here, eat this greasy
Filled
shit.
with chili and cheese.
Well, at that point, what did it matter?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At
I
that point,
agree.
they're like we're gonna take you to Coney Island, and then tomorrow you're gone.
They
and
petted your head and shit. They're like, that's okay, little buddy.
Oh
Have your chili cheese fries.
That was so good.
The funny thing, I remember just thinking to myself, I wasn't even panicking. We're like, well, I'm dead. Nothing I can do.
my life's over.
I'm dead. I feel okay, but I'm dead.
Fuck, this many years later, you're still dead inside.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fantastic
So I've
story.
decided to live the lifestyle of a heart patient ever since.
Yeah.
I don't go anywhere. I don't do anything
Leaning
exciting.
clean. Leaning clean.
I don't do anything. I don't do anything out of the ordinary. I don't scare myself. I kind of live by the motto outside of the eating.
The only thing you're scared of is prison life.
That's scary for a lot of fucking people, except half of Mike Street.
Yeah, the people here, they just do what they want.
Whatever they
Hey,
want.
I got a fucking face tattoo. We're good.
Red
the
zone
funny thing
shit.
too is like we were watching the prison guy, Wes Watson.
Yeah.
And like the you think of like a white supremacist or a white separatist gang as, I don't know, you have a certain vision of them, but the actual prisoners that are white, they're like kind of like wiggers, like, man, I'm going to tell y'all this is how it is. They'll have like the 1488 and the Hitler stuff, but they kind of have that wigger slang about them. It's like, so I was rolling motherfuckers
it is
when I was out
bizarre.
on the streets. It's like,
It
this
is
is the Aryan
weird,
This is how the
man.
Aryan Brotherhood
Are you
talk.
saying they're fucking useless?
You said that. I didn't say that.
They're fucking totally useless.
I
With their
didn't say-
English and their fucking gang picking.
Frank said that, not me.
I totally
That was
said
Frank.
it. I'm saying it to this day.
Yeah, I heard another guy say that. He goes, "So what you're saying?" I told him the same. He said the same thing. So what you're saying is going to prison is where piece of shits go.
That's a great guess.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's where English majors go.
All the top people, they go to. So you've been sitting alone, feeling sorry for yourself all night.
Oh, fuck. We don't talk about my night. How about
Okay.
we just ruin your entire fucking...
Well,
Let's not ruin it.
it's not ruin it. You didn't ruin it. I
didn't
wanted
ruin
you to
it
show
yet.
up. I actually wanted you here.
Yeah.
Anything interesting?
Well, that's
happened?
why I didn't fucking wear underwear. I came over here.
Please put your leg down then.
No,
You gotta
you
pure
look
leg.
at it. You fucking
I
look at
won't.
that
right
Listen,
sack.
I bought that Nair shit and I fucking totally waxed
Oh,
my
man.
balls.
Look at that right sack of his.
It is clean as a whistle.
Is it cold in here, Frank?
Too bad nobody's whistling.
Another thing, a friend of ours is getting married. She had a bachelorette party tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I shaved my nuts.
Yeah.
I had to be there.
Oh, yeah. Hi, I'm the plumber.
No, I was like, hey, I'm Frank. I'm here. You got some beer? Oh, fuck. Here's my nuts.
I would do something lame. I'm like, I'm the IT guy here to fix your PC or something stupid.
Yeah, I don't think any.
It's kind of like my normal day. Hey, I'm like
Yeah.
I'm Comcast. I'm here to...
None of us are anyone's ideal fantasy.
No.
Hi, I look like your overweight brother. I'm like, it doesn't work.
That's where you're wrong. We're always somebody's fantasy. There's
Yeah.
somebody out there that has a fantasy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Well, not to out anybody, because I won't say. But even me, as the slob that I am, every now and then I get the private message, and I'm like, "What? You like me? What the fuck am I? What is wrong with
that's
you?"
the first time you say no. You're like, you like me? You're
What a-
fucking wrecked. Get
Yeah.
the fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
I'm sorry that you were molested, and that you actually like
Listen,
me.
if it's gonna fucking work, I'm picking you. If you pick me, you're fucked.
Yeah, like you see her, like she's all cute and vibrant. Like, all right, what happened?
Who
to you?
broke
I want to
you?
know what happened. Like,
Who ruined your life, woman?
yeah. Okay, your dad beat you. I'm sorry that it happened. We're gonna work.
But you're really fucking not. You know?
Would you
Like,
guys?
thank God he beat your ass.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I got to. I'm going to go back a minute.
I forgot where
No.
Would you guys
I
ever
can't
get?
say what I want.
Would you guys ever get a face tattoo for anything? Because I always wanted to get a crown on my face.
Depends. Whose pussy am I eating?
You want to get a crown on your face?
I want to get a crown.
I fucking would. I would.
I wanna get a
actually
crown.
Red zone that shit.
Red zone shit.
Immediately. Depends whose pussy I'm eating. If the dream girl of my life was like, "Hey, you can eat my pussy and bang me, but you gotta get a fucking red zone shit on your fucking eyebrow," that's fucking done. It is done. I am red zone and eyebrow.
Red
shit.
zone. Red zone shit.
Where? Here's a question. I asked Kent. Remember Kent? This question.
Yes.
And because we would always work side by side, and so we'd go deep into really retarded shit. I said, now say someone that you're totally unattracted to, you had no attraction to her at all. She was gross. Could be massively overweight or just ugly. It doesn't matter. Something about her, you just find nothing sexual about her.
Okay,
Yeah.
so how you
But
ruining a red zone
fucking
shit?
her made her life. Like, if she got to fuck you one time, it would
You give
make-
it. You give it. You
Do-
always
do you
fucking give it.
do you as a public service, do you fuck that
Yes.
person
Yeah.
Yes.
I
to make their life?
Always.
You should
Always.
always
You know
donate
why?
to charity. It helps.
Yes, you should. Well, that's
So
how
I'm thinking
guys
that-
think. Girls encounter that same question every fucking day of their life.
Do they?
Yeah, well, most girls, yes.
So I'm giving a shout out to you, Natalie Portman. 'Cause I'm willing to do it. What about you to help me?
But a caveat to that.
Caveat.
Fuck off.
A caveat.
Fuck, it's a caveat.
It's like conquer.
Would you
caveat.
would you like some caviar?
I drive a caveat.
I drive a Camaro.
You sounded Asian when you said, I drive a caveat.
That's fine.
Listen, we can't
Yes.
just fucking do that, right? So we would if we were
gotta
giving
pee.
something back.
I'll help a lady out. Yeah, I won't. I'm married,
Yeah,
but other
but
people
you're
will.
helping the lady out. So what's your return? Now, guys, we always want return.
Goodwill. I feel good about myself for helping her out.
So no, it doesn't work like that.
Nope.
You wouldn't do that. It's not gonna happen. So there's a girl out there that wants to bang the shit out of you, and she came to you and was like, "Hey, please do this for me. That's all I care about. Just fucking bang me. That's all I want." What's your return? Because just banging her, there's no return. You're just doing her a favor.
Knowing my life and the way things will probably go, I'd probably, or any of our lives, because we have bad luck, seems like, probably accidentally impregnating her and then paying child support for the next 18 years.
Just to be fair,
Or
Yes.
attachment.
Or, yeah, if she becomes fatal
it's
attraction.
not bad luck. You don't have bad luck.
Is somebody.
What makes me worry about the human race, I'm fatter than I've ever been,
Yeah.
less attractive than I've ever been,
So you're worried
Absolutely.
about you.
and I still get proposition by women. So I'm thinking, what does it take to make you unfuckable? Like, what does it take?
A complete radio silence, because if you treat them bad, they'll like you still. So just
I
don't.
just won't even go into that shit.
Actually, if you ignore them a lot of times, that
Well, that
backfires
works.
too.
That's what happens.
It backfires.
So you don't like to go out anywhere, huh? You live next door to your parents. What are you, some kind of introvert? That turns.
It
Like-
never fucking ends. It does
like
not.
you could
It does not
anything you
end.
do will appeal to someone in some way.
Yeah,
Yep.
until you try talking to the girl. You
I like
actually
staying at home all the time,
No,
too.
no. If it's a girl that you actually like,
yeah, you're done.
you're getting shot down. They're not going to want you at all.
It's always someone you don't.
And by the way, I don't. Everyone's like, well, you're picking hot girls. No, I could like a girl that's well within my range.
Well, you're a fucking.
She could be
liar.
40, overweight, and everything.
You're a fucking.
They won't
liar.
like you. If you like them, they won't like you.
You're a
They
fucking
can sense
liar.
it, the desperation.
You are a
They could
liar.
sense. What am I lying
Lord
about?
Death spit.
your opinion is a lie.
My opinion on this. I'm just saying.
This matter, it's pure importance.
Okay, vape fag.
Whatever. Is that what you got? Oh, I will cancel the fucking.
There's no cancer in your vape. It ain't even cool enough to give you a cancer. You're vaping harmless winds. It's stupid.
It'll give you some popcorn lung, and that's about it.
Yeah, popcorn lung. It's probably an invented disease.
I can wait to yell at you with hiccups.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Vape. Vape more.
I'm going to. So, hopefully, I die of a heart attack in front of you, right here, from vaping.
No, vaping probably clearing your shit out. I ain't that lucky.
Yeah, it's like to do with my nose. Fuck off.
There's albuterol in that vape. Cleaning out his lungs.
Fuck. You just made $1 million invention right there.
Yeah. Oh my God, the albuterol
Vape.
You just made $1 million invention.
I'm rich.
Asthma treatment vape.
No,
Boom.
it won't
Yeah,
work. The
boom.
government just
There you
stole my
go.
idea.
There
I
you
just
go.
lost it.
Fine. That's the greatest invention you
Brian's
ever
going
had.
to get Epsteined
Yeah.
because he came up
They're
with
going
it.
to steal my idea for an albuterol vape.
I don't know him. I was just here for the drinks.
Oh.
Yeah, Epstein wasn't running a chomo ring. He was fucking.
He committed
Ooh.
suicide, you fucking
Prison
Alex Jones
terms.
bitch. Stop it.
He's using those prison terms.
He
Chomo.
clearly committed
Hey,
suicide.
dude, I listen to enough Wes Watson where I know the prison terms. Is chomo means child molester, and Epstein's Island is Chomo Island, man.
Epstein was innocent of everything. He died because it was his time.
We have no further use for you, scum. You're gone. It's almost like dealing with the elite doesn't pay off in the end. It's almost like there's a double cross just waiting for
You're
you.
so rich for like fucking 30 years and then you die in your last 20. Kind of worth it.
Yeah, if you had, well, hey, that's another question. Let's say you're in with this crowd. It doesn't matter the crowd. You get 30 years of pure whatever you want.
Separate yourself from children at Epstein Island.
Yeah, well, I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about 30 years of like, you rule the elite. You get away with whatever you want. You can do whatever you want for 30. But when they have no use for you, you're gone. You're dead. Would you still do it
I'm in.
for the 30-year whatever you want?
I am in 100%. That's a hell of a 30 fucking years. And then what? You go and be miserable?
What was he, 66 anyway, right?
Who fucking cares? He's dead.
I mean, 66. I ain't gonna live to be 66 the way I'm going.
I'm dead in fucking a year, so we're good.
Yeah.
I'm Epstein in the fuck out of everything. Well, not fucking.
So are we?
You can't even make jokes about that because Epstein jokes are really bad jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do what Epstein did. No, we're not really doing that.
Well, they don't know. Maybe it's all a front. Everything's a lie.
Everything is a lie.
Clearly.
Not just the Epstein thing. Everything is a lie.
He had an island with. You see the temple. Yeah. They had one of the doors had a wooden like lock, like a big like medieval.
You say wooden cock?
Yeah, they probably had
Totally
that too.
Epstein Island.
Another person too. Now he's not that level of evil, but he's not evil at all. But what he's hiding is Kenny Chesney. He lives on an island in the Caribbean. Dude's totally gay.
He's gay.
The dude is gay as hell.
Yeah, I agree. He's fucking gay.
He just hangs out on an island with
like,
all
he's
his
country
bros.
He's a country music star that can't be. It's hard to be gay and be in a country. So he's living on an island with just dudes.
So let's break
And there's
it down.
just a big fuck fest.
So
Imagine
Kenny
Top Gun
Chesney is
volleyball
banging
scene.
a bunch of young dudes. It's cool.
No, it's not cool. It's just
Well, they're probably of age. I'm not saying implicating.
No.
I'm not implicating anything like that.
I'm thinking Kenny Chesney banging a bunch of young kids. Guys.
I don't know. But I'm not saying that.
no.
I'm just saying
he
he's
didn't
normal
say that.
gay,
He didn't say that
not
at all.
pedo.
He just said a
normal
bunch
gay.
of dudes. He said a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, but you're saying-
Willing participants.
But you're saying normal game. We all know gays. They'll just all just do their own gay shit.
That's what I'm saying. He's doing gay stuff on an island, but he's country music, so he's got to hide it. That's all I'm saying. Now, if he were like in pop, he could totally be gay. No one would care, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, Kenny Chesney also looks 12,
He does have a young face.
and he's like 5'2".
I've heard that. He's really short.
Well, here's the thing to think about. She thinks my tractor sexy is about a guy. She thinks my tractor. So it's like his buddy and him fucking on a John Deere.
Fuck you! I want you to sing it.
She thinks my tractor sexy. Me and Trevor fucking on the John Deere. That's what's going on.
Rubber ball head.
It's like Kenny Chesney and his bro just fucking firing into each other on top of a combine.
That bro's getting paid for that Kenny Chesney fucking money. He's getting paid some Kenny Chesney money. And I tell you what, I would take that money. Kenny Chesney would rub my bald head and finger my butthole for that kind of money.
Renee Zellweger divorced him,
Really quickly, like 8 days.
and it said reason fraud. Fag.
Yeah,
Gay.
yeah, clearly.
He's like, nothing wrong with you being gay, but I'm just telling you that's what happened.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you can be gay. Gay people have it great.
Just
Don't lie.
for that divorce fucking settlement. I'd go gay too.
Frank would be in the.
I would
She thinks
fucking
my
sell
tractor's
out
sexy.
immediately.
I literally know
He
no
would
other songs by
tractor
him.
my
So
butthole, and he's gonna be like, "Okay, here's $2 million."
Frank
fuck
face
off.
down on the fucking John.
Oh, absolutely, I can take it. I can take it for $2 million. Absolutely, I would take it for $2 million. Brian, you got $2 million?
no.
Then we ain't fucking. Shut up.
Okay.
He's 5'2". It ain't gonna hurt that bad.
He will ride me like a fucking saddle boy.
Me and my man Frank.
I ain't got that much pride for $2 million.
No, but yeah, like he's gay. It's clear.
Obviously.
I have no proof.
No
No proof whatsoever.
This is just this
pure
is just
opinion.
Pure opinion.
Before we get sued for what money I don't have.
Kenny Chesney. So he's gonna
Disclaimer: this is
my
Mike's opinion, not Brian's opinion. It's just Mike's opinion.
It's my opinion too.
We here collectively at Radio Underground think Kenny Chesney.
We all agree the same exact thing.
Yeah. So
Brian
you
disagrees. Mike is speculating.
Brian's
I'm
route-
letting Kenny Chesney fuck me.
I just
Brian's
don't wanna
routing
lose any
number
money.
on his bank account. And so when we get kicked off everything for this skit,
You can kicked off. I'm riding Kenny.
yeah. But one thing I want to, real quick before we log off here, before I hit stop on my battery powered recorder. We were talking earlier about entrapment, how everything the police do is literally entrapment. Because let's say like they send out the girl that's the cop that's a prostitute. She's not a prostitute, but she's posing with that is technically entrapment.
Frank's all for that stuff. He doesn't like report seatbelt enforcement zones or anything like that.
So
Yes.
they have trucks, like they have the appliance truck. I've seen that on Dateline. Where they have like people going to steal the appliances and then the door shuts behind them. And
You live in a fucking country where we're supposed to be free and do what we want.
And there's tons
now,
of entrapment.
Granted, there's fucking laws. You have to uphold laws.
Yes.
But traffic laws, when cops sit and wait for you to break a law,
No, we agree.
literally, what the hell is that?
What they do is the epitome of entrapment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's our safety belt enforcement zone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, like, how does me not wearing a seatbelt kill the person I hit anymore?
No, it's protecting you. So now we live in a country where you have to have a police officer protect you from yourself.
Because I'm too dumb to know.
You can't trust
myself.
yourself.
Yeah, you're too dumb to know, and they have to protect you. And if you don't protect yourself, you're getting fined for it. That statement alone is so fucking retarded and silly.
Yeah. The punishment
Yeah.
for you not being
That we
able to protect
laugh
yourself.
at it and we make jokes about it, but
Yeah.
realistically, think about that. You're being
I
protected.
will think about it.
You're
But
you're forced to be protected from yourself over your own fucking choices.
Yes.
so like, imagine if someone came in here right now when I go to take a sip of this Coors White.
Yeah.
He smacks it out of my hand.
Russia.
Yeah. Well, a guy did an actuary of all the laws that we have and compared it to like Russia.
10,000.
We have with all the taxes we have and all the like ordinances and stuff. In certain ways, not always, but in certain ways, we have less freedom than a lot of third world countries. In certain ways,
Yeah, because they
But they can't throw us into a gulag over nothing. We're not there.
And the
But-
excuse is,
But they can't kill you if they want.
We have to keep this country the way it is.
I mean,
But if you go to prison and you have information on global elite, they will not totally kill you and then say you suicided yourself.
I'm sorry, Frank, I interrupted you.
No, you're good. I'm
I'm worried. I'm worried.
I'm just saying that you're being told how to live and how to protect yourself. We've been doing that shit for fucking 20 years or plus. There's 10,000 laws in the book. Anything you do, you're getting a ticket for. If they want to. They being whoever the fuck you want to call
Yep.
they, cops,
The
whatever.
man.
You can be fucking pulled over at any point in time and give it a ticket for. Doesn't matter what you're fucking doing because there's a law that says you can.
Yep.
So, just go to fucking Epstein Island and then go and suicide yourself.
I agree. Perfectly way to end the podcast.
Nice way to wrap it up.
That's a way to wrap up.
Epstein was killed. Let's wrap it
Epstein
up.
was murdered. They murdered him.
He
Murder.
died for this country.
Murder.
Recorded in the pits of Detroit, Michigan. Your ass is listening to Radio Underground.